This is the book of Matthew, chapter 18, and verse 6. But whoso shall offend one of these little ones, which believe in me, it were better for him that a millstone were hanged about his neck, and that he were drowned in the depth of the sea. I'm going to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, who teach and rule well. Peace, blessings, and salutation to the hopeful elect Akim, teaching and preaching this truth to the four ends of the world. Shalom to the elect of Israel. Israel is your so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right, including the speckled bird, the Israelite foreigner, who looks like the heathen nations, but their father's line goes back to Yasharallah. All right. This is the brother Karataza of Men of Valor, Las Vegas camp, coming back to you with another lesson. All right. And this one we're going to go into, all right, the judgment, all right, judgment and offenses of somebody, going against Yahweh Bashim Yahshua's prophets. All right. A servant of the Lord, man. People may see us in our daily lives and, think nothing. All right. But when you knowingly and unknowingly, offend a prophet of Yahweh Bashim Yahshai, okay, Lord willing, we be those men. All right. You got judgment coming out to you. All right. As it says in Matthew 18 and 6, it were better for him that a millstone were hanged about his neck, and that he were drowned in the depths of the sea. All right. So, you can expect, all right, a worse judgment than that. Okay. So when you offend a prophet of the Lord, all right, brothers that serve Yahweh Bashim Yahshai, all right, with truth and sincerity, best believe you have something coming to you. All right. You are marked for judgment. All right. There's multiple cases. We're not going to go into all the cases in the Bible, but we're going to give a brief overview, okay? Because you had, what was it, Elijah, threw up curses on those kids, and then those kids got mauled by bears, all right? And countless other incidences, man, to show you what happens when you touch, Yahweh Bashim Yahshua's apple of his eye, not just the Israel as a whole has a covering, but in these days, 2/3 of our nation, they follow after wickedness. Okay. And they abuse and buck up against this truth more than these heathen nations do. All right. Because they're hard-hearted, reprobate children. Let's go to that. Ezekiel 3. And 7, it says, but the house of Israel will not hearken unto thee, for they will not hearken unto me. For all the house of Israel are impudent and hard-hearted, right? So they don't like this word, and, best believe in it. If you're serving the Lord and walking about and walking about your daily lives, they still have that you're walking in the spirit of righteousness when everybody else, you're surrounded by is pretty much wicked. All right. Anti-Hamashiachs, a spirit, we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but spiritual wickedness in high places. All right, and they have that spirit of wickedness on them. These other people in this world do. All right, so it's not, we're not, bewildered by these things that happen to us. People just giving you weird looks or treating you bad for some type of way. No, we kind of expect that. Let's get this in. In the book of John. Come on. So in John 15 and 19, it says, right, Sakya? Yeah, John 15 and 19. It says, if ye were of this world, the world would love his own, but because ye are not of the world, but I have chosen you out of the world, therefore the world hateth you. It says, remember the word that I said unto you, the servant is not greater than his Lord. If they persecuted me, they will also persecute you. If they have kept my saying, they will also keep yours. All right. It says, but all these things will they do unto you for my name's sake, because they know not him that sent me. If I had not come and spoken unto them, they had not had sin. They had not had sin, but now they have no cloak for their sin. All right. So pretty much when Yahweh Shem Yahushai came, he gave them no cloak for their sin. All right. So now there's no, there's no saying I didn't know that. Hey, this word has been preached. All right. This word has been preached throughout the four corners of the world, and still people continuing to wake up to this truth and knowledge. All right. But on the other side of the spectrum, you got people, the 2/3 of our nation, bucking up against the truth, not adhering. All right. And they carry a reprobate, rebellious spirit on them. It says in the book of 2 Samuel, or is it 1 Samuel? Yeah. 1 Samuel 15 and 23 says, for rebellion is as the sin of witchcraft, and stubbornness is as iniquity and idolatry. All right, because thou hast rejected the word of the Lord, he hath also rejected thee from being king. Okay, but that rebellious spirit that our nation keeps, hey, it's a spirit, and as it liken this unto a sin as of witchcraft. All right, these people don't know what they doing, and the basis of this lesson was brought up because a brother in the camp was had some things happen to him this past weekend that was unjust or just out the blue. All right, and I'm not going to speak on that. If you want to do a video on it, he could speak on it, but out the blue, not judgment, but just wrongful doings unto him by a 2/3. Okay, but that dude didn't know who he was dealing with, but that spirit of rebellion is on him. All right, and a spirit had him do what he did. Okay, and that is an offense to Yahweh Shem Yahushai. All right, Matthew 18 and 6, says enough. All right, and we know that hey, being in this world, you're gonna suffer things, that are unjust. Or being of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, you're gonna be persecuted. But this was an event that wasn't even at camp. All right, hey, that's why we bear the cross of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. We put on, his sufferings. Okay. And we have to endure that hardness as a good soldier. So let's continue on. Because this is what I wanted to get into. This is Hebrews. It's gonna be Hebrews 13:2. It says, "Be not forgetful to entertain strangers, for thereby some have entertained angels unawares." All right. And an angel is a messenger, okay, from Yahweh Bashim Yahshai. Angels can be prophets too. When we don't have our garment on, we're still doing the work of the Lord. All right. That's why you 2/3. All right. And brothers outside, you may not know that, you talking to a prophet of the Lord or an angel. All right. So it's, daily, throughout our daily lives, we need to be respectful to who we talking to. All right. As what did Paul say? He said, be peaceable, so I could give me 1 second, but not knowing that somebody that he might be a prophet of the Lord, somebody might be an angel you talking to, and you just dealt badly. How do you think Yahweh Shem Yahshua is going to respond to that? All right, or you don't think that there's going to be a judgment for that? Possible. Here we go. Romans 12:18. All right. It's not always easy, man, because when certain events happen, you get in that carnal state of mind. We not always, 100% in the spirit. No, we still are subject to these bodies, man. This is but we have to keep these precepts, and continue to the best of our ability, to be in the spirit. All right. Romans 12:18, especially when, things get physical and that carnal side gonna come out, it's just of this, unfortunately, this nature of this flesh. This is Romans 12:18. If it be possible, as much as lieth in you, live peaceably with all men. And this is, important because, you don't know who you're dealing with. You could be dealing with an angel, man, and then you just got into an argument, or you just, told him, something, offensive because you was in your feelings. All right, you didn't like how, or you was having a bad day. Okay. All right, but for this 2/3, man, he got judgment coming on him because, he got his emotions. He got in his emotions and touched a prophet. All right, touched a member of the hopeful elect. All right, which is a servant of the Most High. All right, so best believe he got something coming to him. All right, this is Romans, and this is gonna explain it. Romans 12:19. All right, dearly beloved, avenge not yourselves. See, we don't take vengeance in our own hands. All right. That's that's a commandment from the Most High. But rather give place unto wrath, for it is written, "Vengeance is mine; I will repay," saith the Lord. So, hey, we don't got to do nothing, man. We know, you got, what you got coming to you. And this goes into that proverb. I'll read 19 too. Therefore, if thy enemy hunger, feed him. If he thirst, give him. And it's talking about, Israelites, fellow Israelites. Okay. For in so doing, thou shalt heap coals of fire on his head. All right. So you let the Lord, you let the Lord handle your burdens. All right, and best believe he going to. All right, he already says better you just hang that millstone and jump off the deep end, man. All right, so hey, the Spirit led me to this scripture, but that's beautiful right there. It says a lot. See, but you 2/3 don't know what you do, and this goes deeper than just being kind to other people. All right, you could be dealing with an angel or a man of the Lord and not know, because we don't wear the true men of the Lord not know better not to wear their garments out and about in the world, doing their daily lives, doing regular activities, because that just make them a bigger target. All right. But it's an offense when you come up to the altar, when we at camp on the highways and byways and do something disrespectful. But know that you could get the same judgment for doing that outside of the camp. All right, to a man of the Lord that looks like an average citizen. Okay, you still getting judgment. All right, you still will be judged for that. This is gonna be Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5 and 1. It says, "Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such that have afflicted him and made no account of his labors." Right. And these, they're ignorant to the labors that we do. We look like the low and meek out here. All right. We not, driving flashy cars. We not, and not to say a brother don't have a nice car. We're not doing things for the flesh. We're not feeding into the carnal mind state of this world. All right, so it's easily, you could easily be disregarded as nothing. All right, and that was the point I wanted to make. They make no account of the labors, all right, or no account that the servants of the Lord are who they are. All right, and this is a spirit that's always been out in Israel. All right, a reprobate spirit that's always been out. This is Matthew 23 and verse 37. All right, they're known as prophet killers. All right. "Oh, Jerusalem, Jerusalem," this is talking about the Israelites, "thou that killest the prophets and stonest them which are sent unto thee, how often would I have gathered thy children, even as a hen gathereth her chickens under her wings, and ye would not. Behold, your house is left unto you desolate." That's why the Lord, continues to bring judgment, on our nation. Because y'all is prophet killers, man. The 2/3 of our people hate this word so much. Hey, when if you tell it to them how it is, they wanting to get ready to kill you, man. And whether we was preaching the word, or continuing our daily lives, hey, that spirit continues to follow them. All right, their spirit know who we are, and we know by their spirit, that they a damn 2/3. All right, so hey, think it not strange. This is all part of that fiery trial, man. Even in our daily lives, we still at war. When we not doing videos, when we not at camp, we still in the spiritual battle. Saki, I want to go to Ecclesiasticus 2:1. It says, "My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation." Okay, and we're gonna constantly see, especially in these last days, that temptation is gonna be, amping up. "Set thy heart aright, and constantly endure, and make not haste in time of trouble." Okay. "Cleave unto him, and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end. Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, and be patient. Thou art changed from a low estate." All right. Take this chastisement cheerfully. It's going to be grievous, but at the end of the day, hey, our reprobate children, hey, the reprobates in our nation are marking themselves, man. And Yahweh Shem Shah is going to handle them accordingly. This is a First Peter 2:19. For this is thankworthy if a man for conscience toward Yahweh endure grief, suffering wrongfully, right? Things that actually, you're going to take some things that are just, wrong. Other people did you wrong for no reason. For what is glory? For what glory is it when ye be buffeted for your faults, ye shall take it patiently. But if when ye do well and suffer for it, ye take it patiently, with this is acceptable with Yahweh. So, hey, if you're beaten for doing wrong, pretty much, so if you're going off and get hit, but, and get, chastised for it, hey, we know why we getting chastised, but something just out the blue happens. Hey, that could just be that suffering, being a man of the Lord. All right, it could be for these other people's judgment, man. All right. Sometimes things just happen to us. That's part of that cross. Bearing that cross, man. All right. It says in verse, we're gonna cut that right there though. So hey, think it not strange. Hey, this is all part of that fiery trial. All right, and it could have been a test. All right, you could have something happen that's just a test, and it puts you in a low state, don't make you feel good, but Yahweh Shem Yahshua is testing you to see if you purged out that old man. All right, if you really, living in the way of the Lord that you claim you is. All right. So hey, with that, let's just let me get Psalms 105. We made the point. Lord willing. 105 and 15. Yep. Just to drive it in. Psalms 105 and 15 saying, touch not mine anointed and do my prophets no harm. So, hey, how about Shimei Shai said it, man. Touch not mine anointed. Anointed is, and that's what that word Christ means. It just means anointed, Hamashiach. And to be anointed, you have to have that spirit on you. All right. So if you don't, and then we made a case to what happens if you don't, if you do touch a prophet or you do touch a servant of the Lord, man, you don't get what's coming to you. So with that, we got to be, entertain angels unaware. We got to be, respectful of who we dealing with, and be a discerner of spirits. All right. For those of you, whether you in the truth or, listen to videos, hey, going about our daily lives, we need to be peaceable with all men if possible. All right. Because you don't know who you're dealing with, until the Spirit reveals it. Unfortunately for that 2/3, it's going to be revealed that through judgment. All right. You shouldn't have messed with this man of the Lord. And you're gonna be like, when he knows all things, he's gonna be like, damn. All right. So Lord willing, this was edifying. Went a little longer than I expected, but with that, all praises to Yahweh Shem Shai, Bashim Kakwadash, Shalom. All right, Kwame Yasharala, blah.